friends. Welcome or welcome back to Get Ready with America. My name is SJ, and I'm getting you ready for the 2022 elections state by state. This video will be discussing Wisconsin, where they have the trifecta of a toss-up Senate seat, a toss-up House seat, and a toss-up gubernatorial race this year. My eye look will be inspired by this random house I walked past in Madison, Wisconsin in 2018. Look, I wasn't too inspired by the prompts that gave me looks for the other states, but this house? Plus, this exact shade of purple is in a palette created by Wisconsin native Trixie. Synergy. If you want to watch any other 2022 state preview videos, I'll have my Votemas playlist linked below, where you'll also find links to more info about the elections in Wisconsin, as well as a list of everything I'm wearing on my face. Standard disclaimer, this video was filmed and posted in January. I hope the vast majority of the information I'm sharing will still be relevant whenever you're watching this up to the state's primary date, but we haven't hit most candidate filing deadlines, so something in this video could be outdated at this point. Check the state government links in the description box for the most up-to-date information. Let's get into it. Republican Ron Johnson took a long time to announce that he's running for a third term to the U.S. Senate, even though he said he would only serve 2 terms. He's also a major COVID conspiracy theorist who has tanking trust and approval from his electorate, though comparable numbers did not mean defeat in 2016. Well before he made this decision, a stacked Democratic primary was already forming. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes made history 4 years ago, becoming the first African American to be elected to the position in a very exciting slate of races that turned over power statewide from the Republicans to the Democrats. Also part of that slate, and now running for the Senate seat as well, is State Treasurer Sarah Godlewski. Barnes is currently leading in the primary polling, but Godlewski received more votes overall in 2018, so may ultimately be seen as a better challenger to Johnson. There are a couple other candidates in this upper tier, including Outagamie County Executive Tom Nelson, who was an initial favorite for the nomination, and Senior VP of the Milwaukee Bucks, Alex Lasry. It seems he's been politically involved at the national level for a while, so this isn't that far-fetched. Also, his dad is the team owner, so he's just like part of the family business. Wisconsin has 8 House districts, 5 Republican and 3 Democrat. The closest watched race will be the 3rd district, where Democrat Ron Kind will not be seeking re-election. The district has a Republican lean and was a target for the GOP to flip, and part of why Kind pieced out was that they were already relentlessly attacking him. This was like 6 months ago, by the way. Only one Republican so far is running, 2020 nominee Derek Van Orden, but he has Trump's endorsement and some super PAC backing, so it doesn't seem like anyone else will get in the race. He only lost by 3 points last election, so he's already in a good position to try again, even if he used some of his campaign funds to attend the January 6th kerfuffle. 5 Democrats are going for the nomination. The establishment candidate is State Senator Brad Pfaff, who has Kind's endorsement. He was supposed to be Secretary of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection in the Evers administration, but the Republican-controlled state Senate rejected his appointment, so he ran for the state Senate. You'll love to see it. 3 of the 4 remaining candidates seem perfectly lovely, but it just seems like Pfaff is the safest choice that voters will go with. The last candidate ran against Kind in 2020 and kind of seems like he sucks, so I'm ignoring him. Democratic Governor Tony Evers is running for re-election to a second term, and his approval numbers are about as bad as Johnson's. The only difference is that he's scoring very well on trust when it comes to COVID response. I'm not really finding anything about why people are displeased with him because the legislature lowered taxes, plus the state has an historically low unemployment rate right now. And then I pause and remember my feelings on Phil Murphy. And I understand. Sometimes, even if they're giving you mostly good stuff, it's not exactly how you wanted it, so it's not good enough. Former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Kleefisch is currently the leading candidate for the Republican nomination, and she's brought in a boatload of money. However, everyone is anticipating another major candidate to announce any moment now. Kevin Nicholson, a Marine veteran who ran for the Senate nomination in 2018, expressed interest in running for a statewide seat. Since Johnson decided to run, that left the governor's race as his option. But, much like I couldn't find why Evers isn't polling well, I can't find any reason this guy is worth so much fuss. As far as I can tell, it's just sexism, because Kleefisch is a perfectly fine pick for them, and Nicholson brings nothing to the table. I do not understand, and I need someone in Wisconsin to explain. Please leave a comment. Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, Secretary of State, and Treasurer are all up for election as well. I previously mentioned the current LG and Treasurer are running for the Senate seat, so those are open. AG Josh Kaul ran with that 2018 slate and is running for re-election. And Secretary of State Doug LaFollette has not announced if he is running for a 13th four-year term. He's run for many other things in that time and just never won them, but kept winning his office. Half of the state Senate and the entire state assembly are also up, and Republicans have a 2/3 majority in both, which they've had for at least the last decade, so I imagine it'll stay about the same. Wisconsin's primary is on August 9th, and the deadline to register to vote in advance is July 20th, or same-day registration at the polls is available. Those convicted of a felony can re-register once their sentence is fully served. Anyone can request a mail-in ballot, and early in-person voting will start no earlier than 2 weeks before Election Day, but the exact date depends on your county clerk's office. You will need to show ID when voting in person. And that's the look. Please be sure to check the description box for the playlist of all my Votemas videos, as well as links to learn more about voting in Wisconsin. I'll be covering all 50 states and DC, so check the playlist or stay tuned to learn about your state. Please help the channel, the algorithm, and democracy by liking this video right down there and leaving a comment if you'd be interested in a follow-up that is the rest of the rants and commentary I edited out of this script. Subscribe to the channel so the next Votemas video shows up right in your feed. Thanks! I'll see you again soon.